Join Brynn, a seamstress, as her ordinary life turns into a scary adventure with aliens. From strange marks in her yard to a terrifying encounter with extraterrestrial beings, Brynn faces a nightmarish struggle for survival. Welcome to Recap Storyteller. Please watch, enjoy, and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Today I am going to recap the movie No One Will Save You from 2023. The movie opens with Brynn, a seamstress residing in her aged dwelling. While stepping outside to post some parcels, she notices a circular mark on her lawn. Following the dispatch of the packages, she sits beside her mother's grave and discerns distant voices. Experiencing unease, she departs, but the individuals in proximity pay no heed to her. Later this evening, she pens a missive to her departed friend Maude before retiring for the night. In the midst of the night, peculiar sounds permeate the air. Abruptly, all lights illuminate, music initiates, only to cease suddenly. The wind intensifies, and a resounding thud startles her awake. Emerging from her quarters, Brynn realizes a power outage has occurred. Descending the staircase, she notices the front door ajar. Peering into the living room, she is alarmed to witness an eerie, non-human entity emitting unsettling noises. Frightened, she attempts to retreat, but a creaky floorboard alerts the creature to her presence. Recognizing it as an extraterrestrial being, Brynn, in a state of panic, races back to her room. As the alien opens her door, Brynn hides behind the bed, trembling with fear. When the alien jumps onto the bed, Brynn seizes the opportunity to slip under it, evading detection. From her concealed vantage point, she observes as the alien suddenly leaps off the bed and approaches the window, emitting a loud scream. Subsequently, the creature exits through the window, leaving Brynn both frightened and relieved. She hastens to close the window, restoring safety to her room. Upon noticing the alien on the roof as she steps outside to close the door, Brynn rushes to secure her home. However, electrical malfunctions ensue, prompting her to systematically turn off malfunctioning appliances. Unplugging the lights results in complete darkness, accompanied by an unsettling noise from upstairs, intensifying Brynn's anxiety. Attempting to call for assistance, Brynn is thwarted by a loud disturbance and paranormal occurrences akin to a ghostly presence in her home. Spotting the alien descending the stairs, she hides near the fridge in an effort to evade it. Just as Brynn manages to connect a call for help, the alien swiftly seizes the phone, returning it to its place. Discovering Brynn near the fridge, the alien ensnares her by swinging open the refrigerator door. Despite her struggle, a door thrown by supernatural forces hits her, causing her to fall in shock and fear. In her determined attempts to escape, Brynn finds herself relentlessly pursued by the persistent alien amidst the chaotic scene. In a sudden turn of events, she seizes a nearby object and inadvertently delivers a fatal blow to the alien's head. The unexpected attack proves lethal, causing the alien to collapse before her. Contending with the aftermath, Brynn shrouds the alien's lifeless form with a bedsheet. Multiple attempts to call 911 prove futile as the phone remains unresponsive, and the absence of electricity persists. Discovering her car's dead battery when attempting to drive to the city, Brynn faces further challenges. Undeterred, she mounts her bicycle, resolute in her decision to pedal to the city and seek assistance from others in the wake of the harrowing encounter. Continuing her journey, Brynn encounters a peculiar sight, a flipped-over delivery truck, adding an air of strangeness to the already tense situation. Disturbed by the state of her neighbor's damaged house, she becomes increasingly concerned for his well-being. While en route, a shocking revelation awaits her, patches on the ground resembling the circular one in her yard. Determined to seek help from the police, Brynn, in her haste, crosses paths with Maude's parents. However, before she can convey her distress, Maude's mother vents her anger, spitting at Brynn before storming off, with Maude's father following suit. The encounter leaves Brynn devastated, departing the police station with tears streaming down her face, overwhelmed by a profound sense of loneliness and hopelessness. As Brynn boards a bus out of the city, she is unnerved to observe the circular patches in front of nearly every house, mirroring those on her lawn and her neighbor's property. Her attention is drawn to a man behind her on the bus, and when she rises, he unexpectedly restrains her, revealing himself as an alien. Brynn's attempt to free herself results in a fall, prompting the male alien to approach, with another female alien on the bus attempting to intervene. Amid the chaos, the bus abruptly halts, causing the male alien to stumble momentarily before swiftly regaining his footing. Desperate to escape, Brynn seeks refuge in a nearby property, only to find the door locked. To her shock, she discovers a cemetery adjacent to the property and, unsettlingly, locates Maude's grave among the tombstones. Brynn's predicament takes a turn for the worse as ominous dark clouds gather, signaling an impending severe weather situation. Overwhelmed by fear and confusion, she attempts to leave, only to return to her town to find everyone with their hands raised, under the control of the aliens. Alarmed by the presence of the extraterrestrial beings and their manipulated subjects, Brynn hastily retreats to her home in a bid to secure her safety. Within the confines of her house, a noxious odor emanates from a deceased alien, unsettling Brynn. Following a slimy trail from the alien's mouth, she ventures outside. Before long, she spots additional aliens approaching, instilling fear in her. Summoning courage, Brynn decides to confront them, meticulously closing all windows and doors in her house to create a semblance of safety. Despite her efforts, the aliens forcefully breach her main door, shattering her hopes of sanctuary. Astonishingly, their primary interest lies in retrieving the deceased alien. As they depart with the lifeless creature, an eerie silence descends briefly. However, their subsequent search of her home heightens Brynn's anxiety. Seeking refuge in the basement, she clutches a pair of scissors for protection. Yet when an alien draws near, it effortlessly disarms her, wielding strange powers. Seizing an opportunity as the alien becomes engrossed with a photo of Brynn and Maude, she attempts to make a break for it from the basement. However, a small alien sneaks up from behind, charging at her unexpectedly. Engaged in a fight for her life, Brynn resorts to biting the small alien's hand before barricading herself in the bathroom. In an attempt to escape through the window, the determined alien forces its way into the bathroom, grabbing hold of Brynn's leg. She retaliates by kicking and employing a mop for defense, but the alien shatters the mop. Undeterred, Brynn uses the broken stick to injure the alien, eventually pushing it into a closet and knocking it unconscious with the door. Seizing the opportunity, she leaps out of the window, only to be greeted by the voice of another alien. A larger alien emerges from her neighbor's house, and Brynn inadvertently collides with the alien man from the bus. He seizes her hair and pulls her towards an alien, who communicates through strange hand signals. As a result, a spaceship above them activates. Just in the nick of time, Brynn frees herself, delivering a kick to the alien man who falls beneath the spaceship's light. Strangely, he begins floating towards the spacecraft, but as the lights extinguish, he plummets back to the ground. Observing the spaceship fragmenting into numerous pieces and dispersing in different directions, Brynn, desperate to escape, flees from the pursuing alien. Fortunately, the relentless pursuer becomes entangled in electric wires, affording Brynn a temporary means of escape. As Brynn attempts to return home, a sudden disturbance from above catches her attention. The alien, previously in pursuit, appears on the roof, emitting a loud scream that attracts other aliens nearby. Approaching Brynn, the alien loses balance and falls, briefly losing consciousness before swiftly recovering. In her frantic escape, the alien strikes her from behind. Spotting the alien trapped inside a car leaking fuel, Brynn seizes the opportunity and sets the car ablaze. As she attempts to flee, the car erupts in flames, resulting in the demise of the alien. While Brynn experiences a momentary sense of relief, her respite is short-lived as the spaceship arrives to claim her. Narrowly avoiding abduction, she rushes back into her house, securing herself in the storeroom. An alien approaches, enters the room, and discovers it filled with Brynn's childhood toys and letters penned to Maude. Observing from behind some boxes, Brynn watches as the alien investigates the room, becoming intrigued by photos of Maude and Brynn. Sensing an opportunity, Brynn attempts to launch a surprise attack from behind. Thrown aside forcefully by the reacting alien, Brynn finds herself paralyzed in a moment of terror as a red light engulfs her, rendering her immobile. The aliens, with eerie efficiency, affix her to the ceiling. Approaching dread intensifies as one alien draws near, but the horror escalates further when the alien regurgitates a parasite that slithers out of its mouth and enters Brynn's own. She awakens with a scream, tumbling from her bed, realizing the entire ordeal was a harrowing nightmare. Relieved to find Maude downstairs, Brynn apologizes, only to realize the illusion when confronted with the unreality of the situation. Frantically attempting to remove the parasite from her mouth, Brynn succeeds. But as the parasite escapes, loud noises reverberate through the surroundings. Abruptly, an alien spaceship materializes, casting a bright light on the parasite. Terrified, Brynn flees, only to witness the night sky filled with numerous spaceships, creating an unsettling atmosphere. Seeking refuge in the woods, Brynn encounters an alien bearing her likeness, wielding a piece of wood in an attack. Defending herself, Brynn uses a paper cutter to slit the alien's throat. As the alien collapses, Brynn offers comfort, witnessing its demise in her arms. Upon reaching the road, an eerie sound captures her attention and a colossal alien approaches from the front. Trapped in its light, Brynn succumbs to abduction, finally taken by the alien spaceship. Within the alien spaceship, Brynn encounters numerous inquisitive aliens who approach her. As they touch her forehead, an unexpected revelation unfolds. In their shared childhood, Brynn and Maude had a bitter altercation. In a moment of anger, Brynn, wielding a stone, inadvertently caused Maude's demise. Returning to Earth, the aliens confer among themselves and decide to send Brynn back. After a few days, Brynn appears to have undergone a remarkable recovery, displaying a newfound sense of happiness. Surprisingly, her neighbors, formerly host to alien-controlled bodies, now coexist peacefully with her. The pinnacle of the narrative portrays Brynn joyfully dancing and celebrating with the townspeople. Through the assistance of the aliens, Brynn has achieved a cathartic forgiveness for herself in the wake of the tragic incident with her best friend. Brynn's encounter with the aliens marks a transformative moment. Initially viewed as a potential threat, her shared experience engenders empathy among the extraterrestrial beings. Recognizing her as an outsider who has undergone a healing process, they no longer perceive Brynn as a danger and release her. However, this newfound understanding does not forestall the invasion of her neighborhood. The aliens proceed to infect the remaining townspeople with the alien parasite, plunging the world into a post-apocalyptic state. Have you watched this movie? If you have, let us know your opinion in the comments section. If you haven't, it is a must-watch for you. And please support us by giving us a like and subscribe to this channel. Remember to also click the notification bell to get notified when we drop new videos.